Minister affirms that the tower being developed in the airport economic zone will be a landmark which will serve as a source of pride for Maldivians. The Fisheries Minister says that the fish processing capacity in the Maldives is set to increase more than 9 times over the next 3 years. And the Attorney General states that the primary challenge in implementing the Tobacco Control Act, despite it being in place for 14 years, has been the absence of regulations.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to PSMNEWS in English. I'm Mahmoud, your host for the evening. Looking into the details, Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammed Said affirms that the tower being developed in the airport economic zone will be a landmark which will serve as a source of pride for Maldivians. The tower is being developed in Funadu, Shavin Atoll.
Providing information on this project, Minister of Economic Development and Trade Mohammed Said highlighted that efforts are underway to relocate the fuel storage in Funadu, assuring that the development of the tower will commence once the relocation is completed. He expressed confidence in the tower being a source of pride for all Maldivians. In the ceremony held to inaugurate the airport development project of Velana International Airport and the development of the Special Economic Zone, President Dr. Muhammad Muiz pledged to establish an international financial institution in Funadu. The government has decided to develop the Special Economic Zone, including the financial center, during the third phase of the airport development project of VIA. Minister Said revealed that the financial center will be established within the next year. The government prioritizes expanding the financial system and developing a system which ensures access to financial assistance for businesses more conveniently. Under these efforts, the Development Bank of Maldives was established in November 16.
Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources Ahmed Shiam says that the fish processing capacity in the Maldives is set to increase more than 9 times over the next 3 years. The minister shared this development during an exclusive interview with PSMNEWS. The government is implementing several initiatives to expand the country's fish storage and processing capabilities, with a special focus on increasing fish processing capacity. Minister Shiam explained that the fish processing capacity will rise from 35 tons to 300 tons within the first 3 years. The expansion will include facilities in the southern atolls, Nilandu and Felver, with each being upgraded to handle 100 tons. The government is also working to ease challenges faced by fishermen, particularly in accessing fish and obtaining ice. To address this, the establishment of 11 ice plants has already begun, with 3 ice plants set to be operational this year. Another 5 will be funded by Saudi Arabia, and 3 additional plants will be included in the national budget. Additionally, the government is prioritizing the provision of modern facilities to support fishermen. A special loan facility has been introduced for the installation of refrigerated seawater RSW systems on fishing boats, with more than 35 fishermen expected to benefit from these loans this year. Ministry of Construction and Infrastructure reveals that the assessment of road conditions of Mala City and Vilmala has concluded. The assessments were conducted by an expert team appointed by the Chinese government. This initiative follows an agreement signed between the governments of China and the Maldives during the official visit of the Maldivian president to China on July 23rd. The road development in Male and Vilmale will be funded through grants from the Chinese government. This initiative includes paving city roads and enhancing water and sewerage systems, electrical infrastructure, stormwater management, and fire hydrants. Following the agreement, the assessments, the road conditions commenced on November 5th. The ministry revealed that the expert team appointed by the Chinese government worked in collaboration with the ministry's technical team to perform the feasibility study of both Mala City and Vilmale roads. The primary objective of this project is to upgrade the deteriorating road conditions to modern standards, providing significant benefits to the citizens. The next phase will be designed the designing stage of the project. The government anticipates to complete this significant developmental initiative within 3 or 4 years. We'll return after Isha prayer. Stay tuned.
මම්මාති අසලීම්මගේ දම්මරුතියේ අලිකෝදින් මගේ
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدًا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وبعثه مقامًا محمودًا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Once again, welcome to PSM News in English. Minister of Islamic Affairs Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Saeed announces that the government will prioritize the development of a society with a strong emphasis on prayer as part of the ministry's religious awareness initiative. In a social media post, Mr. Dr. Shahim highlighted that the plan aims to cultivate a love for prayers across the nation regardless of age, promoting religious devotion in children and ensuring that societal values align with religious teachings is a key objective of President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's administration. The President has expressed his vision for a religious society where prayer is prioritized, mosques are filled and people wake up for the Fajr prayer. Moreover, the Ministry of Islamic Affairs has stated that one of its initial steps in the religious sector was to provide knowledge and training programs for imams and religious scholars adapting to the challenges of globalization. Under these efforts, local imams have been offered numerous national and international training opportunities. Additionally, the ministry noted that one of the most popular initiatives amongst school students and parents is the Hatim program, which targets students who have completed grades 10 and 12. The goal of these programs is to deepen the love for the Holy Quran and the foundational pillars of Islam. Attorney General Ahmad Usham states that the primary challenge in implementing the Tobacco Control Act, despite it being in place for 14 years, has been the absence of regulations.
In an interview with PSM News, Attorney General Usham emphasized that amendments to various legislations were necessary as they had been neglected by the previous administration. He specifically highlighted the Tobacco Control Act, which mandates the creation of regulations to ensure its effective enforcement. However, despite the Act's implementation since 2010, no regulations had been established over the past 14 years. Furthermore, Usham described President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's decision to ban vaping devices and smoking as a difficult but necessary measure for the welfare of the public. He explained that the President prioritized making crucial legislative amendments early in his tenure, reaffirming the government's commitment to safeguarding the rights of the residents. The Tobacco Control Act has been enforced, prohibiting the importation of vaping devices and e-cigarettes. Starting December 15th, the use of these devices and all tobacco products will also be banned. Efforts are currently underway to develop the regulations needed for the Act's full implementation.
Speaker of Parliament Abdurrahim Abdullah states that President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu will become the first president to serve a second term. He made this statement during an exclusive interview with PSM News.
During the interview, Speaker Abdurrahim emphasized his extensive understanding of the political landscape in the Maldives. He stated that he is well acquainted with the opinions of the people across the nation. Looking forward, Speaker Abdurrahim expressed optimism regarding the success of President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's administration over the next 4 years. While acknowledging potential challenges, he affirmed that success will be achieved through confronting these obstacles and responding to criticism. He further remarked that public support for President Dr. Muizzu is steadily increasing, while some political figures are fading from the political arena due to their personal conduct and lack of political influence. The speaker underscored that the primary objective is for President Dr. Muizzu to fulfill his commitments to the people and secure a second term in office. Additionally, the speaker noted that the forthcoming budget will facilitate developmental projects at an unprecedented scale, setting a new benchmark in the nation's history. He concluded by stating that the first year of President Dr. Muizzu's term has been highly successful, with many of the people's needs having been met.
Chairperson of the People's National Congress PNC, Abdurrahim Abdullah announces that the party is on track to become the first political party in the Maldives to reach 100,000 members.
In addition to electing members to various positions within the party, the PNC has been actively working to expand its membership base. Speaking on this milestone, Abdurrahim confirmed that the initial target set by President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu to increase the party's membership has already been successfully achieved. He revealed that over 500,000 new members have joined the party, with membership forms already received to push the total number of valid members beyond 90,000. The ultimate goal, he stated, is for PNC to be the first political party in the Maldives to surpass the 100,000 member milestone. The party has experienced impressive growth in a remarkably short period of time, which Abdur Rahim attributed to the strong support for President Dr. Moizu and the party's policies. This rapid expansion, he explained, reflects a public endorsement for both the president's leadership and the direction of the party. When PNC came to power, it had just 3,022 members. Today, the party has received nearly 97,000 membership forms and boasts over 75,000 registered members. Abdur Rahim further emphasized that both President Dr. Moizu and the party's leadership are fully committed to strengthening the PNC. Given the importance of political parties in the Maldives system of governance, which directly influences the formation of the government, President Dr. Moizu is determined to position the PNC as one of the most influential and powerful political forces in the country.
The People's National Congress PNC concludes the voting process for its internal elections, which took place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The PNC internal elections covered 2,095 positions, some of which were filled without the need for a vote. Elected positions include constituency presidents, vice presidents, leadership roles within the youth and women's movements, and general members for the steering committees. Notably, elections were not held in 75 constituencies, as these are chaired by sitting parliamentarians. In contrast, 18 constituencies elected new presidents, while 93 constituencies held elections for vice presidents. Voting was also conducted to elect members to the steering committees on each island. For islands with a population of less than 3,000, 7 members will be elected, while those with a population of exceeding 3,000 will elect 9 members. With over 75,000 members registered, the PNC has more than 34,000 eligible voters. The party expects to announce the election results later this evening. As Bitcoin approached $100,000 on Friday, stallholders in a South London market say accepting the cryptocurrency has led to extra sales.
Co-founder of the Bitcoin Collective newsletter, Jordan Walker, said that using the cryptocurrency is about trust.
But it's all about trust. It comes down to trust. And which currency do you trust more? And for me, I trust Bitcoin way more than I trust the Great British Pound.
Stephen Bagati, owner of Boom Bap Burger, a stall in the market which has been accepting payment in Bitcoin since July, said the Bitcoiners hunt them out. Bitcoin touched a fresh record high on Friday, with its sights set firmly on the $100,000 barrier in a stellar rally for the cryptocurrency sparked by expectations of a more friendly regulatory environment under a Donald Trump administration. It has more than doubled in value this year and is up about 45% since Trump's sweeping election victory on November 5th, which has also seen a slew of pro-crypto lawmakers being elected to Congress. Bitcoin Collective advisor Jeremy Casey said this made the currency a talking point.
I think there is a chance that it gains traction faster than people think with the current United States administration that's coming in January, because it is a big talking point in the US. They are talking, and whether it happens or not, about having a US strategic reserve.
So far, in its roughly 15-year history, the currency has failed to catch on as a means of payment, and merchants often point to its volatility as a reason. But its recent gains mean Bitcoin appears to be on the cusp of mainstream acceptance for the first time since its creation.
South African Environment Minister Dion George said that he was displeased with the initial text on fossil fuel mitigation at COP29, but that a newer draft agreement had improved on it.
To press on the sidelines of the annual United Nations Climate Summit in Azerbaijan capital Baku, George, who served as co-chair on mitigation, said the initial text had been butchered to the point where there was actually no sense at all in the first draft released on Thursday.
I am displeased with the fact that we spent a whole lot of time working in the mitigation co-pair, and then we put together what I thought was a very nice, good, sensible text for it to be butchered to the point where there was actually no sense at all it's better now because we've got some things in there that we think are steps in the right direction. And also, I think maybe it's because of certainly the culture I come from in South Africa is that we talk about everything quite openly. But the experience here has been, well, a lot has happened that is not so transparent.
But he said the later draft released on Friday had taken steps in the right direction.
You might find that there are hooks that we've put in there that we will expand on, that we don't necessarily have to elaborate on now because they're there for a reason and we don't want them to go, but we will build on it. So there was a reason for everything. So I'm quite satisfied. When I read through it, I think I can work with this because it's not finished. We'll carry on now in the G20 very shortly, and then we will carry on in COP30 and 31 and so on. But eventually we will get there, and then maybe one day I will share the little hooks that we put in there because it will become quite clear.
George also said South Africa was taking a realistic approach to how much money developed nations can provide to support poor countries tackle climate change and transition to cleaner energy, adding that moving forward was better than standing still. The COP29 climate summit ran into overtime on Friday after a draft deal that proposed developed nations take the lead in providing $250 billion in annual climate finance by 2035 drew criticism from all sides.
Ruben Amorim might be Manchester United's sixth permanent boss since they last hosted the Premier League trophy in 2013, but the 39-year-old said he was the right man to finally restore the team to their former glory.
The Portuguese spoke at a crowded press conference at United Carrington Training Centre, his first since he joined the team as their head coach on November 11th and 2 days ahead of his first match in charge on Sunday at Ipswich Town.
I'm a little bit a dreamer and I believe in myself. I also believe in the club. I think we have the same idea, the same mindset, so that can help. But I truly believe in the players also. I know that you guys don't believe a lot in these players, but I believe a lot. I think we have room to improve. And I want to try new things, so you guys think it's not possible, I think it's possible. We will see in the end.
The intense scrutiny on one of the world's biggest clubs has turned the head coach's position into what many call the impossible job. Amorim shrugged off the notion with a laugh, despite the revolving door of managers to fail before him.
It's not the impossible job.
No, of course not. I believe that. Call me naive, but I truly believe that I'm the right guy in the right moment. I could be wrong, but the earth still will turn, the sun will rise again. It doesn't matter, so I'm not worried about that. I truly believe that I'm the right guy for this job.
Despite having had just 2 training sessions with his new team because of a recent international break, Amorim promises fans will see a difference, but not a major overhaul when they take the Portman Road pitch on Sunday.
Yes, in simple things, I think. If you want to speak about the team, the way we play, I think we lose the ball too often, and we have to keep the ball. We have to be better on running back. I think that is clear for everybody. And we have to be very good in the details. Sometimes we are hoping to change a lot of things, big things. I think it's the small things, and we have to improve on that small things. The way we see football, play as a team, understanding the game in one way. That is the focus. So I can tell you, in the small things, I think I can help a lot these players.
Amorim said he received a good luck message from compatriot and former United boss Jose Mourinho that said it's a big club, lovely club with lovely people. Amorim, who is known for his crowd-pleasing style and charismatic personality, led Sport into the Premier Liga title in 2021, ending a 19-year league title drought before winning a second last season.
That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead. Bye-bye.
Ladies first. Dunia divehin emma furatama.
Dibmi fansas de hafta tamfiz kuran kamaki